Ireland is a spectacular country located just above Europe. It is considered an island. Ireland is approximately 70,273 square kilometers. The capital of Ireland is Dublin. A lot of Ireland was blanketed by ice 12,000 years ago. This ice was melted, but it left behind its physical presence. The soil in Ireland is nutrient-rich, which makes the grass very fertile and green. This is why they say the grass is always greener in Ireland. There are many flowing streams in Ireland. The largest river is River Shannon, which is 340 kilometers long. Of the many river systems, the Suir, Lee, and the Blackwater arrive at the coastline by passing through the sandstone ridges and constricted gorge-like valleys. There are two mountains in Ireland, the Caledonian, which is an older mountain range, and the Armorican, which is the younger mountain range. Ireland has a population of 4,203,200 people. 67.1% of the population are from the ages of 14 to 64. Most of the men in Ireland are 34 and most of the women are 35. The average life expectancy in Ireland is 78.7. Ireland's people are 87.4% Roman Catholic and 2.4% of its people go to the Church of Ireland. 1.9% of it is Christians. 3.6% is unspecified and 4.2% don't have a religion. In Northern Ireland, 65% of its population is Protestant. The HIV/AIDS adult prevalence rate is 0.2%. English is the official language of Ireland, but Irish Gaelic is spoken mainly in areas along the western coast. Gaelic is one of the three primary Gaelic languages. The two other Gaelic languages are Scottish, Gaelic, and Manx. Gaelic is a language that is native to Ireland. Language doesn't serve too much as a trade barrier, and Ireland's exports include live animals, animal products, machinery and equipment, computers, chemicals, and pharmaceuticals. Their exporting partners are the UK, which they trade with mostly, the US, Belgium, Germany, France, and Spain. Ireland's imports include chemicals, textiles, petroleum products, other machinery, equipment, data, and processing equipment. Their importing partners are the UK, the US, and the Netherlands. Ireland is actually a neutral country, however, they aren't truly allies with any of their exporting partners.
The people of Ireland once led protests at their airport because they disapproved of the U.S. using their airport to fly in and out of Iraq. 20,000 people were in protest at the airport. The people said that the UN hadn't granted the U.S. permission, and they were right. Against the popular vote, Brian Cowan, the past Prime Minister of Ireland, gave the U.S. permission to continue what they were doing. He said that he did this because the United States and Great Britain are our biggest trading partners. They're the biggest foreign investors in the Irish economy. They're host to the biggest Irish communities overseas. They share many of our political and civic values. They are particularly worthy of our understanding where such understanding is appropriate. Ireland's government made this decision, and they have a parliamentary democratic government. A parliamentary democracy is a system of government where the dominant party in the legislature, which is elected by the people, determines the Prime Minister. Ireland's military has two branches. The branches of military in Ireland are the Irish Defence Forces and the Army. The military in Ireland is very similar to that of the U.S. Men and women in Ireland from 17 to 25 have the option to volunteer in the military service. For the naval service, you have to be between the ages of 17 to 27. You have to be 17 to 35 for the Reserve Defence Forces. To meet the requirements for these fields, you have to be an EU citizen for at least 5 years. The Defence Forces attend UN peacekeeping missions. The Army of Ireland is made up of 3 infantry brigades. Each brigade has headquarters, combat units, combat support units, and combat service support units. Ireland is also a republic. A republic is a form of government where head of state is not a monarch and the people have a say in its government. Ireland's constitution was adopted July 1st, 1937. It was made effective December 29th, 1937. Ireland's Prime Minister or head of state is Mary Haleigh. In 2008, Ireland went into a recession for the first time in about a decade. Their economy is mixed, but there has been more government business owned in recent years. There are environmental issues in Ireland as well as economic issues. Greenhouse gas emissions are currently being reduced, and as far as economy problems, housing affordability and supply in addition to financial services are the major issues in Ireland. The flag of Ireland is very important to the Irish people. The country flag was adopted in 1919. The Irish Republic adopted the flag during Ireland's War of Independence. The green strip of the Irish flag represents the old Gaelic tradition. The white strip represents keeping the two cultures of the Catholic and Protestant religions together. The typically orange stripe on the flag represents minority to the people who supported a man called William of Orange. He defeated the Irish Catholics in the War of Independence. Ireland is a wonderful country and filled with all kinds of ethnic diversities and new people. We hope that you enjoyed our presentation.